Welcome back to Out of Pocket, a podcast about Pokemon TCG Pocket. And here's my co-host, Del. Del, how are you doing today?
Hello, good. I am doing great. I just finished a cup of coffee and went on a walk, and I'm ready to blab on about a drama-filled week, a leak-filled week, excellent content creator cycle these past 2 weeks.
You just opened something good, didn't you? You said you opened a really good pack.
I did open a pretty good
Let's
pack.
see.
Oh, I don't have it open anymore, but I pulled a Mewtwo EX and a Golbat illustration rare, which is honestly a solid pack.
That one took me longest to get, the illustration rare. I had every single illustration rare, a lot of them in multiple quantities, but the Golbat was just eluding me.
Just opening up any like illustrations, they're always going to be my favorite. So anytime I open up just like a single one of those, I will never not get excited.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm getting pretty sick and tired of seeing Eevee illustration rare.
I've got
like 15.
A lot, haven't you? On your packs.
Let me have a look. I'm pretty close to finishing my collection.
Yeah, with the illustrations and everything.
Well, the only ones I'm missing are 8 full arts. But those are going to be the hardest ones to get, aren't they? Because
definitely. How many total cards do you have now?
I've got 13 copies of Eevee.
No. Total, like your total card collection.
I've got 5,616 cards in total.
I've got 3,300. You've been on a spending craze to get a God pack, haven't you? Isn't that right?
Yes.
How's that going?
Have.
How's that?
It's still at 0 at the moment. The God pack count.
Got a comment on my God pack short that says, like, on average, I didn't check this, but a free-to-play person will receive one God pack every 2.17 years.
And then that's considering you have to like open those 2 packs every single day. Yeah, I've opened how many? 1,129 packs now. I spoke to a friend today.
Yeah.
And he sent me like his a screenshot of his collection at the end, where with the missing full art cards.
Mm-hmm.
And he's only missing 6 cards. And he started playing at global launch, whereas I started playing during soft launch. I was like, how many packs have you opened? And he's opened more packs than me, like 1,200.
Oh, so he's max spending. How many days have you max spent now? Probably a week? Probably 7 days?
In total, probably like 8 days, I think. I don't know if I can keep it up, because at this point, if you think about it, I need 1,250 pack points to buy the missing cards. And that's pretty much 120 packs, right?
Yeah.
I opened 120 packs in a day I max spend, which is around 80 quid. So it will cost me 80 quid for every missing full art card, unless I can somehow open them. And the chances are very, very low. Like, what are the chances I open that and not just a duplicate of something I already have?
Yeah, it's super low. And I mean, the pro side, it is just a pretty card. It is not necessary to play the game. Yeah, a full collection, 2 copies of every single card is so hard to do. Like on my free account, I've been opening up 2 Pikachu packs for like 25 days straight. And I still don't have Pikachu EX on it. Not one.
Really? Not a single one?
Not a single one. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, I'll give you one once trading becomes available.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know how many illustration rares of Pikachu I have?
I'm gonna guess more than 5.
9.
9?
I had 9. I flared one, so now I have 8.
You flared one?
I flared a Pikachu, yeah.
That's flexed. I have 1. I have 1 of all of them, and I felt of the immersive arts, and I felt pretty excited.
So the ones I'm still missing are Arcanine EX. It's all the full arts. Blasto EX full art.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Starmie EX. That one is really nice. The Starmie.
I do have that
one.
Oh,
you have it!
Yeah.
I can see it on your screen.
Ooh,
it's so pretty. It's so 3D.
I love the blues.
It looks like it's about to like come out of the card and hit me in the face.
Yeah, and it will.
For 90 damage.
Yeah, and then retreat for free.
and I'm like 10 HP. So I cannot wait. I don't know if I can max spend like 80 times. What's 80 times 8?
640.
So 640 is probably like how much it's going to cost me to get all of these full art cards, unless I get lucky and open like 1 or 2.
And how
packs.
likely are you trying to do that? Is that your goal?
I don't know.
That seems kind of crazy.
I am hoping that maybe trading finally comes out and I'll be able to trade some of my, spares, because I do have more copies of some cards than others.
I mean, totally. And that is a perfect segue to what Nina wanted to talk about first.
Yes, I wanted to talk about trading and how we think is going to be handled in game. A few days ago, we had official announcement from Pokemon TCG Pocket saying that they're aiming to add a feature that allows certain cards to be traded starting in January 2025. So still quite a long wait for us, I think, mobile gamers who want instant gratification. Yes. Well, I'm talking about me. I want instant gratification. Also, for a game that's called Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. You cannot trade. They could have named it like a collector's card game instead of trading card game, maybe, you know? You can't even trade. And that's one of the things they advertised in the trailer. Okay, we're planning to add a feature that allows certain cards to be traded. So not all cards are going to be tradable. And they're planning to gradually expand the selection of cards that are able to be traded. What are your thoughts on this, Del?
I think this makes sense. I think it's always made sense that there's going to be some restrictions on trading because, as with the case with all games, in some way or form, they end up having a real world economy when there's chance involved. And I think Pokemon is not new to this sort of thing. I think they're really trying to put a stop on, making a bunch of accounts, re-rolling a bunch of times. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's an account restriction, like timer on trading. Like, you have to have an account for 24 hours, for a day, something like that. And then in addition to some sort of minimum requirement of cards to trade. Otherwise, we're going to see, I think, a lot of eBay postings of a lot of maxed out accounts going very quickly. Yeah. So that's my take. If I had to just guess off the bat, what they're going to restrict. Crown rares are restricted from Wonder Pick and immersive arts are. I'm guessing those might not even be able to be traded.
That would make sense. I think there's going to be a lot of restrictions on trading. There's going to be, like you said, an account age, and I think you have to be friends with the person for at least several days before you can trade. I think you need to have at least 2 copies of a card, so you need to have 3 copies or more if you want to trade one of them. There's going to be a currency they'll need to use to trade. I don't know if it's going to be a new currency or maybe they'll just repurpose one of the other currencies. I've heard people suggest that they'll use Shine Dust as a currency.
Interesting.
I hope not, because I like that Shine Dust is used for cosmetic reasons only. Yeah. And I don't want to have to limit my spending of Shine Dust and not get the pretty flares just because I'm saving up to trade a card or something.
I really would hope, I don't know if this is just me getting overburdened by the number of, what do you even call them? Timers, whatever, tickets.
Currencies.
Currencies, yes. The number of currencies in this game is crazy. It's already out of control, in my opinion. I don't want to see another one for trading. I think my biggest one for trading is old Pokemon games used to have something called global trade stations where you could put up something for an offer. I think I would absolutely love to see that with this. For instance.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Like a marketplace.
Yes. Yeah. Like a marketplace.
Oh, what's it called in WoW? When you put something up for sale. Oh my God. I used to buy
RuneScape,
stuff.
It's the Grand Exchange.
Auction house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have an auction house for the cards you want to trade, and you would say, I want these cards in return, and you have a list of cards you would accept in return.
Yeah, I would even
that
take
would be great, actually.
Gold. If some people wanted to just say gold for a card, I think that would be an interesting way to go about it. You don't need these cards and they're cosmetic.
Well, I don't know if they'll allow that, to be honest.
Maybe not.
No, that would be like buying a card with real money, though, isn't it?
But the old, basically, the current actual Pokemon client is Pokemon Trading Card Live, which is only about 1.5 years old. You used to have one called Pokemon Trading Card Online, PTCGO. And with that one, what people would do is when they had extras of their cards, they would only take packs for it. So they would take unopened packs for a really rare card. And gold kind of equates to that, or even hourglasses. If they wanted to use hourglasses as a potential option, I think that could be interesting and a fun way to keep the currency circulating while,
I would love that.
Yeah, guaranteeing a hit, because then if I just wanted to spend money on my chase card, I would just wanted to spend 24 gold on Sabrina or whatever. It just lets me. I think that's totally fine way to do it.
Well, that would be a lot cheaper than actually buying packs to try to open Sabrina, or opening enough packs to get enough pack points to buy her with. And I don't think, because of that, I don't think that's something they will introduce, because it's too free to play friendly. And their main goal is to make money, right? Like they wouldn't be making this game at all if the goal wasn't to make money from it. So anything that would hurt the bottom line, I don't think it would get introduced in game. And that's probably why they're doing like a staggered introduction of trading cards, because they're planning to allow trading in January 2025. And according to the leaks or the rumors at the moment, that's when at the end of January 2025 is when we're getting a new set, which means it would be like at the end of like the first season, I'd say, of Pokemon Pocket. Most people probably would have collected at least the base collection, 226 cards by then.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So at that point, like people have already spent, like people who are going to spend money already spent their money. So introducing trading then wouldn't hurt their bottom line.
Yeah, and I wonder, bringing that up, I wonder if they'll only let you trade the previous set. I think that would be frustrating, but I think if they're really focused on the bottom line, I think that would make a lot of sense, because then you're still forced to spend for the new set. And if you want something fun on the old set, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to do it.
I don't know. I feel like that would be pretty bad, because old card games have some kind of power creep.
Yes, totally.
So some have it worse than others, but there's always a power creep, because devs want to make exciting cards. They want to create cards that people want to play with, and that inevitably leads to power creep, which is going to happen in Pokemon Pocket as well. So people are going to want these new cards, and restricting trading to previous set only, I think is going to piss off a lot of people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it absolutely could piss off a lot of people. I will say, I think the balancing overall in this set has been fine. I don't know. Okay, maybe because there's not a ladder, but like obviously Mewtwo, Pikachu are kind of the best, but then there feels like there's so many like B, A tier decks that are still good. Like there's a lot of viable cards. There's a chunk of junk, but I have been, pretty happy with how many different things I feel like I can play with and still like rock. And I'm hoping set 2 is similar, because there's so many Pokemon, like you just want to play with new Pokemon regardless like of the stats. So I think you could keep the power level. Frankly, if they give me Gen 2 Pokemon to play around with, I'm it. Regardless of
is that your favorite gen?
Yeah, it's got to be 2 or 3.
Not 1. I feel like most people's favorite generation is Gen 1.
Yeah, I think it all is your age.
The nostalgia. Are you calling me old then?
No. Most people are old. Most people.
But yeah, I was saying I'm really hoping that when trading comes out, we'll be able to trade for full art cards, because I'll be willing to trade some of my spares for the ones I'm missing. And I think for trading, another limitation would be you can only trade the same rarity cards. Like you won't be able to trade like a Rattata for a full art Sabrina or something. I don't think the game would allow that.
I'm not sure, because I think I'd be fine with it if they put like a list or all the other restrictions were in place. But I think you're right though. I think that's absolutely going to be a safeguard behind, just switching cards around between accounts, that they're gonna keep the rarity somewhat similar. I don't know if it's like
maybe
a 1 for 1.
Maybe not like exact same rarity, but like 1 or 2 like difference only in rarity.
Maybe it could be all the star cards could only be traded for star cards and all the diamond cards.
I would be worried for my safety if you could trade like say a crown rare for a Rattata. What if I get robbed on the street? Like
give me your
with a knife. Give me your crown rare Pikachu.
No!
I'll give you this Caterpie.
It's my prized possession.
It's like, sorry, that's not allowed.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it to come out. I'm excited to see how it plays out. I'm just there's a lot of question marks still, and I'm just hoping my hope is just that it keeps real world kind of stuff, scams specifically, which we're gonna talk about on my portion. But
yeah, we'll talk about scams a bit later in Dell's part of the podcast, so make sure to check that out.
That's all I hope. Like I'm fine with some real world like money being exchanged back and forth for some cards and for some things like that. But
definitely, if say like I'm missing the full art Starmie EX, so if I can maybe buy it on eBay for like $10, so it's like £10.
Yeah,
I might be willing to do that instead of spending £80 on 100 packs and buying it with pack points. You know what I mean? That would be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, because if you were to go on eBay right now and look at like World of Warcraft, like you can buy accounts, you can buy gear, you can buy same thing with like RuneScape is kind of like my MMO that I rocked with. I know Nina's more of a WoW person, but so it happens with games. Like even Steam has their own built-in marketplace for a lot of stuff too that people use, and like I think it's fine for people to do certain things with it. It just, again, I'm curious on the restrictions and curious on how they're going to implement it and how they're going to prevent scams and just fairness and things like that.
I would really like to see a wonder trade option as well, like on top of the normal trading option. Yeah, you know, like how in normal Pokemon games, you can just trade a random Pokemon you have and see what you get in return. Like you trade with a random person from around the world and you never know what you're going to get. And sometimes you can get some pretty good stuff. Have you ever gotten anything like that? Anything good?
Yeah, I have, but I think the biggest thing is in like the Switch and things like that, people are hacking them. You're getting like hacked shinies with websites.
Oh, really?
Like plastered all over them. Yeah, that's like definitely the biggest thing right now, where it's like this website on the shiny Pokemon that's like very clearly hacked in. And yeah, and I think Pocket, just the way it's set up, like on an app with the cloud and, you know, hardware that's not super accessible to modify, that's like prevented. But I'm with time, I'm sure it's gonna come out and things like that are gonna show up. And with like an open marketplace and you start involving real money, time will tell.
Once real money gets involved, once you start, once you're able to make money from the game, all hell is gonna break loose.
Yeah, it just will be really interesting.
I also was thinking, you know, the traded Pokemon cards. I wonder if they're gonna have like a special badge of some sort to say, oh, you know, this one was traded from someone else.
Yeah,
like a little badge. I think that would be really cute.
I think so too. Like in the games, it says like the original trainer. Maybe if you were like click on the card to tell you the original trainer behind it, that could be nice.
Yeah.
Or a little stamp, not a huge stamp. I'd be down for a little stamp on it.
Yeah, a little one.
Yeah, the rental decks with like the huge stamp on it is crazy. If
something like, oh, rescued from this person.
Oh yeah, that can be cute. Adopted. Yeah.
Adopted, yeah. I think I was gonna talk about how in Pokemon Pocket, Pokemon Go, in order to trade, you have to be physically next to the person. And I'm guessing that's why we haven't had like a market, you know, for shinies on eBay for Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Which makes sense for a game like Pokemon Go, because you go outside, it promotes you going outside and meeting people in person to, you know, do raids together and stuff like that. Whereas for Pokemon Pocket, I don't think that's one of the things that they encourage, right? You can play the game whenever you want. You can like battle people from around the world. You don't have to actually meet them in person. So I don't think physical proximity is going to be one of the requirements for trading. I really hope not.
How would you feel if they added it though and removed a handful of the restrictions when that was put together? So if you were with your friend, you know, you could.
Like what kind of restriction? Like rarity restriction.
Yeah, let's say there's a rarity restriction is removed when proximity is implemented.
Well, like I said, I don't want to get robbed at a knife point for my crown rares or shinies for when they introduce them.
So you're not team.
No, I'm definitely not team proximity, like physical proximity trading.
I think it could be fun. No. I don't know. I would.
It could be fun.
Yeah, it would encourage community, like real community behind the game, which could be interesting. But you know. Of course, there's going to be problems.
Maybe if you were to trade in person, then you don't have to have like the thing where you have to be friends for 3 days or something like that. Because if you just meet someone and then like you're like, oh, I play Pokemon Pocket as well, let's trade these cards. And then you're like, oh, sorry, we have to wait 3 days before we can trade. So maybe if you're like close to someone physically, there's still like restrictions on what you can trade, like what rarity cards you can trade. But maybe like that time restriction can be removed.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I could think it'd be cool, like you're at a Pokemon event, like let's say, you know, you're playing like physical TCG, you're done with your match, then you're like, I want to trade some Pocket things, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Give me a Pokemon Punk.
Yeah. IRL Team Rocket is coming.
Yeah. Oh, we should dress up. You could be a James and I could be Jesse. Is it Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse and James, yeah.
You already have your cosplay.
I do. Yeah, I do have a James cosplay.
Speaking of trading, have you ever traded like paper TCG cards?
Not as an adult. As a child, I have. As an adult, I trade my bank information for.
No. You mean you buy cards?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you go to the events though, like a card show, right? There's a ton of wheeling and dealing. I think that really brings like the spirit of trading with it though, because like, you know, you'll bust out the TCG player price, and then you'd be like, okay, this is TCG price. Like, if I buy, you know, 10 of these, will you buy it? Will you sell it to me at 80% price? Like, or will you? Here's my binder. Will you look through it and see if there's anything you want at price. So I think that has the same spirit behind it, value-wise, but you know, it's not as like, oh, here's my cue card, here's your cue card. Have you traded physical, like as an adult?
Well, kind of. Kind of. Our friends came to visit us. Of course, we showed them our 151 binder. At that point, we were still missing the Charizard full art, you know, the everyone wants, the card that everyone wants, the most coveted card.
Do you have one?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure our friend had like a spare or something. So he's like, oh, I should give you mine and you can give me something I'm missing. So we just, I don't remember what we gave him, but yeah. It was not a very like equal trade.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, that's fun. Like I see like a lot of big YouTubers that kind of like go around, and if they're like doing a trading challenge or something and filming while they're in public, like if a kid comes up or like someone younger, they pretty much will like 100% take like a very, very bad trade to make like their day special, or like give them a bunch of packs. And like that's kind of what your friend did for you, right? Like you didn't have it.
Yeah,
your friends,
we were the little kid in that scenario.
You were.
Yeah, yeah. They
But that's cute. Like you'll remember that.
But they're also a YouTuber, and even though they don't do like Pokemon content, every new set they get sent a bunch of boxes, like a bunch of packs, booster packs by
that's
Pokemon,
very cool.
Which is really nice. That's my goal as well. Like
Pokemon.
Yeah.
You like to send me
just
receive
some packs.
some,
you know, like some packs for free. Every new set, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'd love it. That'd be crazy. Dream come true.
Yeah, and to go to like an in-person Pokemon event would be amazing as well.
I went to one when I've lived in Ohio for about 2 years, and they used to do North American Championships in Columbus, which is where I live. And so when I first moved, I went and just like saw the event as a spectator, which was pretty cool. So I would love to go again. But the second year they moved it.
To go there as talent is what you want, right?
Yes.
To be like actually invited by Pokemon. That's the dream.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the events that are coming in the next few weeks. I'm super excited about this other PvE event coming up. Kind of like the Lapras EX event we had, but this time featuring Venusaur. And the art is just so beautiful and peaceful. And I don't know, it makes me actually want to play Venusaur, even though I haven't played the normal version, the non-EX version. Yeah,
I mean, I love plants, so if you put a card with plants on it, that's pretty. I'm all over it. I'm all over it. So,
is there a card where like you don't really like the card that much, the ability, but you play because you love the art so much?
In Pocket. Because I'm trying to think, like the full art cards are good, right? Like all the cue cards are kind of good.
Well, I have a question. I have an answer for that. I have an answer for my own question. Okay, so I'm like, you know that episode, you haven't seen Friends, have you?
No.
Well, there was this one episode. I'll just quickly tell you, okay?
Yeah, give me the deal.
One episode where, you know Phoebe?
Yeah.
She grew up kind of homeless, right? Like her her mom killed herself and she grew up with her grandma, so she didn't go to school properly, and she decided to attend these adult like literature classes. So, and she wanted like Monica to come with her so that, you know, she's not alone. But Monica is like a super type A personality, you know, she's like basically Hermione Granger, but more annoying. So there's this one episode where she's like, you cuts to her in class and she's like, I know. And she's got her hand raised and she's screaming to answer the question. And then the teacher goes, Monica, you asked the question. Yeah, so that's me basically.
That's you. That's your long story long. That's your...
So the card I wanted to play because I got the full art version is Brock.
Is that card cute though?
It's not cute, but I like it. It's nice. It's very like gold.
Is that your favorite
like
full art trainer?
Favorite full art trainer? Oh, well, no. It's probably Erica, I'd say. Erica is just so cute.
Not Sabrina? Are you sure?
Sabrina is badass, but she's kind of scary looking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm intimidated. Are you intimidated?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I am intimidated. But Erica is like cute and friendly.
Yeah, I mean, but Erica's good. Okay, Brock is bad though. You're right. Well,
is Brock bad?
I think so.
Is Brock bad?
Yeah. Have you played it? So you said you wanted to play.
I have played it with Onyx, but you know Raven. Raven and I had this bet. He said he's gonna play a Golem deck.
Okay.
With Brock,
he's
obviously.
Gonna lose.
Yeah, and I said if you can get a 60 or above % win rate, you win the bet basically. But he said I have to eat my hat or something. Anyway,
eat your hat.
And he managed to get the 67 or something % win rate after 50 games.
50 games?
50 games.
What did he play it in? Did he play it in
But I did watch some of his stream, but some of his opponents are very Pepega.
See, that's what I'm thinking.
I feel like he was playing against a bunch of kindergartners or something.
Yeah. Yeah, make him play against you for 50 games. And then come back. No, there's no way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I admit defeat. It's okay. I bought
Oh,
him
you
some
did?
brownies. I said I'll buy
okay.
you like. Oh no, I bought him some waffles.
that's pretty good.
Like I'm not eating my hat, but here are some waffles.
No, I mean, I think that's kind of hard with Pokemon right now. Pocket is like what is good versus what's bad, because I mean, now Limitless has given us a ton of support, but still you don't see a lot of decks. And I can just like, I mean, I can run my mouth. We can run our mouth for an hour and talk about how Ditto is the best card, gaslight everyone, and just never,
Well, according to some YouTube
never
thumbnails,
address it.
Ditto is broken.
Ditto is terrible. Okay.
Ditto is terrible. Mew is terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. Okay.
The combination of Nido Queen and Nido King is just awful. I tried to play the deck where you put them
it's so
together,
bad.
and it's
Yeah.
so bad. I had the worst time playing that deck.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to give Brock another go. Anyway, we're talking about future events, and in that event, we've had some leaks. I think from data miners, but I think they were Italian data miners, because the cards that we see that have been leaked are all in Italian. But we can kind of recognize them, right?
Yeah.
We've got Venusaur, Greninja, Haunter, Jigglypuff, and Onyx.
Yes.
And Venusaur, Greninja, and Onyx, the promo cards are not different than their normal cards. They look different, obviously, the different art. I really like the Onyx art, by the way. But they do exactly the same as the base cards. Whereas Haunter and Jigglypuff actually have different abilities. Do you want to talk about Haunter?
Yeah, so this Haunter, here's the Italian one I have right now, but let me pull that.
No, do the Italian
English.
one. Attacco o Soppressa.
But anyways, this Haunter is 10 HP less, and the attack is 20 more. And if you flip a coin, it does nothing. So do you want to play Casino Gengar? Yes or no? You don't want to play Casino Gengar?
Not for me. I am not a huge fan of coin flips. I am not good at flipping heads. I'm very unlucky when it comes to coin flips. I don't want to give myself a chance to deal 0 damage. I'd rather just deal consistent 30. Will-O-Wisp 30 for 1 psychic energy.
Yeah, I definitely...
What about you?
I could maybe run one of each just to play around. To see what happens. I am generally
just for flavor.
Yeah, a little bit of this is the Deltec. You run one of each. You run one of... I don't like doing nothing. That's why I'm not really gonna play Marowak very often. It's very satisfying to one-shot a Mewtwo. Don't get me wrong. But hitting 0, probably lose.
It feels bad.
Yeah.
Like with Kangaskhan sometimes it's just 0, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah. So
yeah,
and then this
it's
one's your only
definitely not a
flipping
card
one.
for me, and also 10 less HP. I don't love that. How come? Yeah, all of these promo cards like Haunter, Jigglypuff, and Mankey, their abilities are different to the base cards, but they all have 10 less HP.
I think because the attacks are so much stronger. Like, right? They're trying to balance. They probably have like a made up number pool of like things that go into it. But I would play this Haunter if it was flip 5 coins, 10 for each. That would get me to play it.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah. That would be too good, I think, though.
Satisfying.
Because what are the chances? It's 50-50 to get heads or tails, but what are the chances you get 5 tails in a row?
Pretty low.
Very, very low. Well, I can hit it.
It's 0.5 times.
I can hit it.
You can hit it?
Pretty
I mean, anyone can hit it with enough games.
Yeah. Well, do you know that video I posted about the coin flip hack?
Yes.
I tested it on my phone in one game, right? And what I had 2 Drowsies. No, sorry, 2 Hypnos on my bench.
Yeah.
And I had it was like a deck I made just to test the coin flip. So it was all coin flip related. So I had the Marvel in my active spot. So that's 1 coin flip. And then 2 Hypnos on the bench. So that's 3 coin flips per turn. So I think I got to flip a coin at least like 10 times that game.
Yeah.
Guess how many heads I got?
1.
No.
2. 0.
No. 0.
Oh.
I did not get a single head. Like, I think there should be studies done on me.
Yeah, we can get you a Guinness World Record maybe. We could get you a little, unluckiest.
I literally flipped tails like, I've had that game recorded as well. It's like tails.
Most likely
I think
to
I
flip
found
tails.
a hack on how to flip tails.
Maybe get a hat. Make a hat with tails on it. Boom. Sell it. At least profit off your misfortune.
Okay, let's talk about the other card. The other promo card, Jigglypuff.
I'm afraid of her.
Which is very, very controversial, I think.
Controversial? I
Not
mean,
controversial, but people are calling it broken already.
It is broken.
Because at 50 HP, also 10 HP less than actual Jigglypuff, but you only need 1 colorless energy to use the ability, and it's Kanto, which means sing, and it puts your opponent to sleep. Well, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. That's the official wording. Why is it so different to the normal Jigglypuff? What is this mutant Jigglypuff that's so strong?
It's because, okay, several things. One, the regular Jigglypuff, let me find it. Isn't it for 2 colorless?
Well, the normal Jigglypuff, you need 2 energy to deal 30 damage. Why is it so bad?
I don't know.
Maybe this promo Jigglypuff is the Jigglypuff from the anime.
Yeah, with the marker.
With the marker that puts everyone to sleep.
Yeah. And sleep is strong. Like, for an ability, your opponent can't do anything that turn if they don't, like, when they go to their checkup phase, right? They flip heads or tails. If they flip heads, they're not asleep anymore. Turn functions as usual. If they flip tails, they can't retreat, they can't attack, but they can attach an energy, right? So
what they can do, they can always evolve the Pokemon, and that removes the condition.
They can.
What they can still use their supporter cards. So they can like use Kogo or something to retreat the Pokemon. And I think that's going to be one of the things. So when you play Jigglypuff, usually it's quite early in the game. So people will be evolving a lot of their Pokemon. So that will, I think, will offset how strong this ability is. Because, a lot of people will be evolving, unless they're just playing a bunch of EX Pokemon. Most people will be evolving their Pokemon.
Yeah, to some extent, maybe. But there's a lot of decks that don't really evolve either, like Pikachu EX, like when that's in your active spot.
I mean, usually if they're playing
EX,
Pikachu, you don't play Pikachu EX in your active spot. You pump the Pikachu on the bench where you have like a Voltorb on an active spot or something. And you can just evolve the Voltorb afterwards and retreat it.
Yeah, but what if
also, at 50 HP, I feel like it's very easy to one-shot.
It is. Farfetch plus Giovanni is the tech of the season. Once Jigglypuff drops.
Weezing plus Giovanni can also one-shot.
It can. Yeah. Sleep,
it's going to be very squishy.
Yeah, it's squishy, but it's so strong. Like, giving yourself a 50-50 to basically to prevent your opponent from attacking for a turn. That's such like it'll win you the game.
Will it though? Because you would want to evolve this Jigglypuff, right, into Wigglytuff, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it only hits for
And
80,
if you evolve it straight away, you can't really attack until you have 3 energy. So you have to stay a Jigglypuff for 2 turns, but that's so risky. Unless you're just using Jigglypuff as some decoy, like a delaying tactic while you're pumping something on your bench.
That's what I think is going to be better. Just swap it out. It's just 1 retreat. Swap it out next turn. Give yourself whatever you need just to stabilize. So I think it'll be really good. Yeah, I think it'll be a splash. Like, Wigglytuff already kind of works with everything. It's not super strong with the 3 energies to deal 80, with some gambling, but I think this will make that Wigglytuff archetype just be a lot stronger overall.
Wigglytuff has never worked for me, literally.
I think it's fine.
No, I mean, I'm just saying it's never worked for me.
Like, you've never flipped a heads on it?
I have, but then my opponent would just flip heads as well. Like, I've never successfully put anyone to sleep. I don't know what it is. I tried, and I just got frustrated for 2 hours.
That's so unfortunate, actually. You should try. I did one with, it was Jigglypuff and Vileplume. Wigglytuff and Vileplume. Just only sleep. Surely.
Sleep and poison. Poison, sleep.
Sleep. No, Vileplume sleep still.
Oh, is it also sleep?
Yeah. So
you have double chances of sleep.
Maybe try that.
But that's what I was doing with Hypno.
Yeah, but
double
you have to flip.
Hypno.
But you have to flip for your Hypno.
Oh, that's true.
You don't have to flip
for Vileplume?
But it's 3 energy for 80. It's like the same thing, and 140 HP.
But Vileplume is also active energy. You have to be in active spot to use it.
You do, yeah.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
You don't like it?
I mean...
you don't like... Get in line.
I want something that can, put them to sleep from the bench.
Yeah, I mean, that's Hypno and Hypno alone, unfortunately.
Well, Hypno didn't work for me either.
I mean, uninstall GG Next. Like, I guess you're on to a different game.
When we're talking about re-rolling the account, if you delete the game data, data, that's it. You lose everything.
Oh.
Someone said. You were wrong. So don't do that.
I won't.
Well, I did say that we should get you to try it anyway.
Oh, I mean, we can. Sure. Let me just boot it up really quickly. Oh, that's not worth it. If you look at the event for Lapras, and we were talking about this when it first came out, but if you...
Yeah, I was very interested to see, because we did check.
We did.
You know how when you buy packs...
got it open.
When you open normal packs, it tells you the offering rates for every card. And I thought they would have to do this for promo packs too. But I guess because this is technically not a loot box, because you don't have to spend money in order to open these packs. You just have to participate in an event, and then you get a pack. So I guess that's how they bypass the requirement to list the offering rates.
Yeah, but the the takeaway here is that these do not have an equal percentage of opening. The Lapras,
But what does it say
like?
in game?
Nothing. It's blank.
No, but what does it say? Randomly. It says randomly.
Will be included in the promo packs, but some data miners unpacked that Lapras was about 12%, I think.
It looks like the cards were divided into 3 different rarities. So Lapras EX was the rarest one. The second rarest one was Butterfree. And Clefairy, Pikachu, and Mankey were like basically basic common fishes.
Yeah.
So, and the odds of opening,
Don't say that about Mankey.
Of opening the basic Pokemon was 23.8%. Then the odds of opening a Butterfree was 15.8%. And the odds of opening a Lapras EX was 12.6%.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was actually a lot harder. Well, not a lot harder, but it was like half the odds of the more common Pokemon to get the Lapras EX. That's why you see so many people complaining. They've done so many of these challenges and still don't have Lapras EX.
Yeah, my
and
free
do you
account,
think these promo cards are going to be tradable?
I don't know, but I mean, anecdotally on my free account, it took me 25 missions like to get the Lapras. I opened 25 promo packs before I got 2 Laprases, which is a lot. I don't know. I mean, I would be fine if they're tradable, but I mean, they might not be.
I hope they're tradable because some people are getting really frustrated not getting the card they want.
Yeah, I'd almost be curious if at the end of the event, like, they just gave everyone 2. Like, if you participated in the event, at the end of it, here's 2.
I mean, it would be nice if we got some packs for free. That would be nice.
Yeah, but I mean, people just want I think what people are worried about is the artificial scarcity that Lapras EX will not come back, right? Because this is a promo exclusive card. It's not amazing, but it is a great alternative for Articuno.
This card is ass, honestly.
It's fine.
Lapras EX is so bad.
If you don't have Articuno EX, it's fine.
No, you can't even compare them. You honestly cannot even compare them.
It's fine.
No, it's not. It's not. It's so bad. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
It's because of the retreat cost. The retreat cost is so high. You can easily just completely trap your opponent for like 2 turns if you play Sabrina into like and get the Lapras EX onto the main spot.
Yeah,
I mean, active Pokemon spot.
I'm calling it probably C tier. Let me be clear, but if it's free,
out of how many? We go S, A, B, C, D.
Yeah, F.
Okay,
G.
maybe C. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's B,
but it's
an Articuno.
But it's been so overhyped because I saw so many YouTube videos saying, "Oh my god, this card is broken.
It's
amazing." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "What am I missing? This card is awful."
No, but it's free.
I'd rather just play like the Articuno EX. That's much better.
But it's great because it's free. Free things always taste better.
Oh, I feel like you can just play better cards, even if.
What's a better water card? Like a water EX card? Like you don't have Articuno.
Starmie EX.
You don't have Starmie, but you have 2 Misties. How are you rolling this?
Let me have a look at my cards.
Are you rocking and rolling this? I'm putting 2 Laprases
I don't know I don't remember all the cards off the top of my head.
I mean, for the water ones, you've got the Fossil. You got Blastoise. Blastoise is better. You've got
Blastoise is better. Normal Articuno is better than this.
Well, it's expensive though.
How is normal Articuno expensive?
3, but it's 3 and it only does 60 and only has 100 health. It doesn't one price though.
It can paralyze your opponent.
It can't.
And unlike with asleep, they can't wake up from paralyzed. They can't like flip a coin.
No. Yeah.
And wake up.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm looking.
Better than
Green
Ducklet.
Green Ninja is good, right?
It's fine. It's B plus. I call it like a B pluser.
Seeking is better, no?
No, Seeking is terrible. You can hit nothing.
You can get 80 for 1 energy and 1 retreat cost.
If Tails, 0.
Just don't roll Tails,
Just don't roll Tails. That's right. Don't be ridiculous.
Okay, what about, is Kingler good?
I don't know. Let's take a look. Flip 2 coins. If both of them are heads, this attack does 80 more.
It could one-shot a Mewtwo EX.
It could. I mean, but it's the same as like Marowak, basically. But you're guaranteed 80. Okay, I like Kingler better than Marowak.
You can play Kingler. And,
it's
also 3 retreat cost. Okay.
Chunky
but
boy.
It's quite chunky. And it's not an EX card. So if you lose it, it's only 1 price point.
But do you run Lapras EX with this deck?
Which deck?
Like this Kingler. Like if you make Kingler Krabby.
No, I'm saying instead of Lapras EX, what you can run.
But it's 4 instead of 2.
Anyway, we're supposed to talk about the Venusaur event, right? The Venusaur event,
yes.
The next PvE event coming with like the promo packs and promo cards. I'm assuming it's gonna have the same odds as the Lapras one.
Yeah.
So the Venusaur is going to be around 12%. odds of getting, then Green Ninja is going to be like 15%, and Haunter, Jigglypuff, and Onyx are going to be like 23%.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense to me. We talked about this earlier, but this card might make me play Venusaur because it's so pretty. So
I honestly have been kind of, like, yes, EX cards hit really hard and they hit for a lot of damage. They have amazing abilities. They're chunky, blah, blah, blah. But they also cost 2 prize. They cost 2 price points, which puts you in a very dangerous position if they have Sabrina usually.
But a lot of times people, I don't think, map their prizes. Like, that's something in paper TCG. If you play a lot, it's something you think about because you need 6. So it's like mapping the prizes to make sure you don't knock out too many. So many of these EX decks, like, you're still knocking out 2 EX cards, like, to beat them. So you're taking like 4 prizes, 4 points instead of 3, which is such a big difference. So you really want to think about trying to just get 3 instead. But I mean, yeah.
What do you mean? I didn't understand that.
So, you were talking about how with 2 EX, like if someone's running EXs in their deck, they're big, but they take 2 prizes. But if you're always having EX on the board, your opponent is forced to take 4 prizes. So they're forced to play a harder game than 3 prize points instead. But the non-EX versions of these are good. This is like good, solid.
I feel like, no, that's not right.
That is.
If your opponent only has EX Pokemon, you just need to knock out 2.
But that's 4
points.
points.
If they don't have EX Pokemon, then you need to knock out 3.
Yeah, but they're stronger, right? Like in theory, the way the game is balanced
in theory,
and set up,
but think about like this Venusaur, normal Venusaur, 160 HP.
Yeah.
Venusaur EX 190 HP.
Yeah.
I mean, what can one-shot a normal Venusaur? Very few things. Like Mewtwo of Giovanni, yes, can one-shot it.
Yeah.
And Charizard can one-shot it.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else can I mean, okay, you can get double heads with Marowak, you can get double heads with Kingler. Those are very conditional victories. But just like one ability that does 160 damage, that's very, very rare.
It is very rare. I mean, there's nothing, right? Well, there's Charizard.
Well, I mean, there's Mewtwo plus Giovanni and Charizard, and that's it. Or I guess there's Blastoise with like loads of extra energies on it, but yeah.
And some coin flips too, but
I do want to experiment a bit more with like non-EX versions of Stage 2 evolutions.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people put in that regular Mewtwo in the Mewtwo deck a couple times.
Yeah, I did see that. I saw it was quite popular in the tournament that Ursi ran yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday? I haven't looked at yesterday's results. I need to.
There's curious. No results yet because there were so many people that signed up. They had to spread the tournament across 2 days.
Crazy.
But they actually broke the website,
Oh, because there's so many people playing?
There were so many people using Limitless, the website.
Yeah.
That it crashed.
That's amazing.
That's insane.
I mean,
that's insane.
I mean, both of us have, fresh new-ish Pocket accounts that have both been doing, frankly, very well. So to see like that span into Limitless, like paper TCG struggles a little bit on Limitless because the client is so bad, so people don't do it that much. But Pocket coming to Pokemon events near you competitively,
that would be amazing. Like IRL, you mean?
Yeah.
Like in person?
Yeah, I mean, tournaments? They have Go, right?
Yeah, I would love that.
We've got Black Friday discounted for how popular is Black Friday in the UK? It's not very, right? It's not like a shopping day.
It's gotten more popular in the recent years because we love to copy everything that Americans do.
You're welcome.
I hope that trend stops now, to be honest. But I love a good Black Friday sale.
Yeah, I mean, same.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of the stuff I really want to get, but then it's just too expensive to buy at full price. I'll wait for it, for it to go on sale on Black Friday and get it then. Because I was going to get it anyway. Might as well wait a little bit, right?
Yeah. I have a feeling
the gold event is, you think it's just going to be a discounted gold? Or you get extra gold for
it's probably, I bet it'll be like the first bundles, where it gave you like 3 bundle options that gave you that were a little bit cheaper per bar or whatever. I bet it'll be like that. I bet you'll have like 3 or something.
You think you'll be limited?
From. Yeah, totally.
You don't think you'll be, at the moment it costs like £79.99 to buy the maximum amount, which is 500, and you also get 190 like for free, get freebie.
Yeah, I mean,
for this fictional currency.
They could discount that, but I have a feeling they'll want to. I don't know. I'm not sure.
If they discount that, I'm going to stockpile so much gold.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably buy 300 USD worth. Like, I'd probably buy 3 chunks of it because that's pretty much how much I needed for this set to get everything I wanted. So I'd probably do same thing for the next
I don't think they will do that. I think like you said, they're probably gonna do some bundles for it, and it's gonna be a limited. You can buy a limited amount of those bundles, or it's just one bundle. Yeah. Because in Marvel Snap, there was this one promotion for gold, where if you buy it on a website, they have like a web shop where you can buy, and not in like app or Steam. You can buy it from the website, and for the first time, if you bought that bundle, like the maximum amount of gold, you get double that amount.
Double?
But only your first purchase. And that was true for every amount. So for like the maximum amount, you get double, and then you can purchase the second largest for the same, like and get the same deal.
Crazy.
So you get double amount of gold. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
But I think the devs really, really regretted it, because they said that injected way too much gold into the economy.
Oh.
And that meant that they couldn't, apparently because of that, they couldn't offer gold bundles, like bundles you can buy with gold instead of money anymore. Like they couldn't provide good value gold bundles anymore, which is honestly just sounds like bullshit to me. It's like,
well, I would say, okay, I have recently been informed of a job that is like a game economist. So instead of, being like economist for the government or whatever, like you're monitoring like game economy. Like World of Warcraft probably has like 50 folks that have PhDs in economics that monitor that and watch that. So I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure there's a graph. I'm sure there's a person, but
there's a reason. The reason is because of that,
Yeah.
people are buying less money bundles. They're waiting for those gold bundles, and they're not spending money to buy credit card bundles, whatever they're called.
Yeah. It
So in the end,
crazy,
the only thing it hurt their bottom line. It hurt the amount of money they made, which in turn kind of made them hurt the players, because there's too much gold. We can't give you these bundles anymore. Sorry. When we're the ones who introduced this gold bundle to begin with.
And I think that's even worse for Marvel Snap, because it's already so hard to catch up as like a behind player, and then for them to be like, oh, actually, no gold. Good luck. Good. You didn't play this week. You didn't get the bundle. You didn't play. Have you been satisfied with the amount of events? Like, do you think it's enough? Too many? Like, we've had 3 now, right? And we see like at least 4 more coming up. The Venusaur event, the Magikarp event. There's like an
Black
Arcanine
Friday,
thing.
Magikarp Gyarados event. What is that gonna be?
I don't know. I haven't seen any details on it at all. I haven't seen anything.
I've seen some leaks on it. Rumors indicate Magikarp and Gyarados as possible protagonists of a new challenge event with themed rewards in the shop. So from the way this is worded, I'm guessing it's gonna be a PvE event.
Oh, like Lapras.
Unless it's like a PvP event where you have to use Magikarp and Gyarados in your deck or something. And then everyone is gonna be playing Magikarp and Gyarados.
I mean, that's kind of funny.
Then just stick Magikarp with Gyarados, and then you just put 2 Starmie EXs in, and that's it.
I love the theme.
Easy win.
I mean, it gives me a reason to open up the app and like play for a themed, for a reward, like move on. I'm satisfied with it.
So yeah, it's a great time to be a Pokemon TCG Pocket player. We have loads of fun events coming up, and I can't wait to see what else we get in game. In December, apparently there's a mini set coming on December 16th, and then we have trading coming in January, and then the new set end of January. So yeah, it's going to be jam-packed full of events, and you won't even have time to get bored. And make sure to check out Dell's part of the podcast on his channel. We're going to be talking about some juicy stuff.
Yeah, some drama, some scams, lies, cheating. Other words.
So make sure to check it out so you don't get scammed yourself.
Yes.
And this is not clickbait.
Anti-clickbait.
We never clickbait. Who would ever do clickbait? Not me.
Disgusting.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching and listening. And we'll see you on Dell's channel. Bye.
Bye-bye.